Hi there, I'm meteorologist Tom Kippen. Welcome to Up in the Sky. Tom's take for Thursday, September 25th. Thursday evening, and as we look at the Michigan Tech webcam, it is a dry evening across the UP, including here in Houghton. But the clouds are starting to pick up the pace a little bit here, and that's out ahead of our next front that will be moving on through the UP as we go through Friday morning, and we'll explain that right now what's going on. First, basic weather map here. We got an area of high pressure that was over us today, but our next storm system will be this cold front dropping on through, but it has limited to really no moisture with it. So when it passes on through, it's not coming through with much fanfare. So maybe a few rain showers Thursday night on into Friday morning, but that's going to be about it. What you will notice on Friday will be the temperature change, and we'll talk about that in the National Blend of Models in just a moment. But let's take you to Saturday morning. We got another front on the way here. You can see a cold front approaching western Lake Superior, extending down to Minneapolis and into Lincoln, Nebraska. But once again, here's another front that doesn't have much moisture to work with. Notice this frontal boundary here has a lot of moisture to work with. And look at ours, little to no moisture to work with. So we will see another front pass on through on Saturday with pretty much no moisture. But with this front coming on through Saturday morning, we may see the wind pick up the pace a little bit. First out of the southwest, late Friday night, early Saturday morning, and then behind it more of a westerly flow. Winds could get gusty, especially in the Keweenaw Peninsula. Let's go to next week, and as we get into Wednesday morning here, big area of high pressure will be moving across southern Hudson Bay and into Quebec. We'll get a east to southeasterly wind around it, and that may drop temperatures off a little bit midweek, but still running above average as we start the month of October. And we're kind of getting into a blocky weather pattern here as we head into next week, and not much is going to be moving. We do have a storm system to our west that really can't progress eastward due to this area of high pressure that's strong. We're also going to have a ridge in the upper Midwest Great Lakes region, so really nothing can move. Also, we could have a tropical system, possibly a hurricane, come on to the Atlantic seaboard somewhere between North Carolina and South Carolina. I don't want to get too particular on where that tropical system is going to come on board, but where it does, it's also going to hit a brick wall with this ridge and this strong area of high pressure. So I'm hoping what doesn't happen like what happened last year, where we had Hurricane Helene move into Georgia and then eventually North Carolina and brought all that rain. That's the last thing they would need, is this storm system move into the Appalachian Mountains and just sit there with copious amounts of moisture and rain across the Smoky Mountains and the Appalachian Mountains, the Middle Appalachian Mountains. Used to work in north central West Virginia, Clarksburg, West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia. Nice state, nice people, beautiful country. But let's hope that that won't be the case here for this area of low pressure that is going to be moving slowly, and it could be remnants of a hurricane as it moves on shore into perhaps the Carolinas. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans on out. Back closer to home here, this is the HRRR, the HRRR model as we like to call it in Weather World. This is our cold front Friday morning. You notice all the precipitation is northeast of the Sioux, and you can see some rain across portions of the central and eastern UP, but that's pretty much going to be it. Let me jump you to Saturday morning. That's our front coming across northern Ontario, but once again, not much fanfare with it for us. It's passing through dry. You can see some rain showers and thunderstorms indicated by the 12Z HRRR today, and that means it's a model run from this morning, but you can see 12Z Saturday morning here around 8 o'clock in the morning. We do have that front approaching the western UP, but not much fanfare to speak of. Outlook from the CPC still indicates temperatures running well above average and a likelihood of temperatures running above average. as we head into next week, over the next 6 to 10 days. Keep in mind, though, this is not set in stone for beach weather. So if you're in Marquette and watching this, you're not running to McCarty's Cove and going for an October beach day. This just indicates that there's a likelihood anywhere between 70% and 80%, or in this case, for most of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, a 60 to 70% chance that temperatures will be above 60 degrees. So that's where we're going to have high temperatures for averages as we get into next week, 60 degrees, and then eventually later next week, temperatures for highs, for average highs that is, will be in the upper 50s. National Blend of Models, and this is for the National Weather Service in Negaunee Township. We got that little bit of a cool down on Friday behind the front that's coming on through here Friday morning. 60 degrees, but look at this, warming right back up into the lower 70s for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, lower 70s. A little bit of a cool dip, and that's because of that Hudson Bay high dropping into Quebec. We'll get a northeasterly wind off the Canadian Shield and across from eastern Canada. That may cool us down a little bit, but keep in mind our average high temperature starts to be in the upper 50s as we get into October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So that would be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So we're still running a good 10 degrees above average. If you're just watching this video for the first time, welcome. This is a little weather nerdy for videos pertaining to Upper Peninsula, for the Upper Peninsula Michigan weather. Once again, I'm meteorologist Tom Kippen. You can catch me on my UP News during the evening weeknights at 6, 10, and 11, and also daily on the Radio Results Network, the stations of the Radio Results Network, and also catch me online, myupnow.com, and on our My UP Now Facebook pages. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe. Would love to start getting a subscription base going. And this is for weather pertaining to Michigan's Upper Peninsula.